Hello everyone, I'm all smiles because Manu Bhaker is an Olympic medalist. She bagged the bronze medal in women's 10-meter air pistol event and India has opened its account at the Paris Games. The 22-year-old scripted history by becoming the first female Indian shooter to win an Olympic medal. And what a turnaround for her. It's a proud day for India, it's a proud day for the Indian team and of course, the woman of the hour, Manu Bhaker. The entire country is, of course, celebrating at the moment. We had a loud round of applause within the newsroom as well. Manu Bhaker is an Olympic medalist. She bagged the bronze medal and what a tight race to that medal. In points, it was a game of inches as one would like to refer to it. She bagged the bronze medal in women's 10-meter air pistol event to open India's account at the Paris Games. Of course, this event is taking place in Chateauroux. The 21-strong Indian shooting contingent all there with the Tiranga, the Indian flag, flying high over there as the Indian contingent holds it up and is celebrating with Manu Bhaker. The entire room was full of nerves. Of course, South Korea doing very well. It was a very, very, very tight race. And the 22-year-old Manu Bhaker has scripted history by becoming the first female Indian shooter to win an Olympic medal. This is one name which will be heard for ages to come. Manu Bhaker, first female Indian shooter to win an Olympic medal. And with this, India has opened its account at the Paris Olympics. This was one game which had everyone at the edge of their seat. We'll have the exact figures for you in a bit. And Manu Bhaker, of course, making it through all those elimination rounds. And what a turnaround for her in 2024, given the defeat that she felt back in the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. And what a way to redeem herself. Of course, it's a big moment for Indian shooting. It's not just for Manu Bhaker. At the moment, the entire shooting contingent there in the Paris Olympics is in complete jubilation. Our sports editor Digvijay Singh Deo will be joining us in a bit. He was there at the venue. We're trying to connect with him so that he can tell us exactly what the mood is over there, how the team is celebrating, and of course, all that will be brought to you. Manu Bhaker, what a journey she has had after that disappointment in Tokyo 2020. Of course, that was held in 2021 last time. And this, if this isn't redemption, then what is? In grand fashion. And also, this sets up India nicely for the rest of the Olympics. What a way to start. She's not just won it for herself, she's won it for the country. And what a boost to all the teams representing India and all the athletes representing India in France. Of course, with the target of winning 10 medals in Paris. This current event took place in Chateauroux. Our sports editor Digvijay was there in person. He will be joining us shortly. And there, of course, we have images of Manu Bhaker right in front of you. That's one name, ladies and gentlemen. Remember this name. She will be in our memories and she will be on our tongues for a long time to come. This is one name we will be taking for a while to come. Our sports editor, Digvijay Singh Deo, joining us. Of course, live. Digvijay, you were at the event. You are at the event. And all right, so Digvijay will be joining us in a bit. As of now, we're joined by our sports correspondent, Vidur, who's there with us in the newsroom. Vidur, you've been tracking each and every point, each and every elimination. We were all at the edge of our seats. Talk to us about what the experience and the journey of Manu Bhaker has been like so far.
Well, Shivan, this is a huge moment for Indian shooting. Manu Bhaker has become the first Indian female shooter to win an Olympic medal. It is just a landmark achievement for Bhaker after, as you mentioned, her disappointing performance at Tokyo 2020, where she was expected to medal, but now she has finally done that. And as you mentioned, what a performance. She really held her nerve. She was competing against the best shooters in the world, and it is such fine margins in these Olympics. And her performance was just outstanding. And this really sets up India to have a brilliant campaign and, of course, to reach that double-digit mark at the Olympics.
Vidur, of course, this is something that I was just mentioning earlier. Not only is it a win for her, not only is it redemption for her, it's a win for the country. And what a way to set up India for the Paris Olympics, which is days into the Olympic event. And here we are with our first medal. It's a bronze. And of course, Manu Bhaker becomes the one to bring it for the nation. And what kind of boost does it give to the Indian teams?
Well, absolutely. The Indian contingent in Paris, which is more than 100 athletes, will get a real boost because, this is just the second day of the Games. And, of course, with that target of 10 medals, now this will give all the other athletes in Paris a real encouragement. Of course, we have the archery team who are in women's archery team who are in contention for a medal today. And of course, Neeraj Chopra, the likes of PV Sindhu, who started her campaign today. This will give them a real boost. And of course, Manu Bhaker individually herself, she is not just competing in this event, she's also competing in the 25-meter air pistol event and also in the team event. So in terms of the 21-strong Indian contingent in Paris in shooting, this is also a real boost to them. Because remember, India did not medal at the 2016 Games and the Tokyo 2020 Games. And of course now, India is competing in every single event in shooting in Paris. And this is redemption for not just Manu Bhaker, also the Indian shooters who are there finally after 8 long years. For the first time since 2012, an Indian shooter has won a medal at the Olympics. A landmark day for the Indian shooter.
It's a landmark day for sure. Vidur, also, we were all watching the game. We were all watching the competition together, and I'm just gauging by the the way the entire newsroom just lit up as soon as we knew the result. I can only imagine what the atmosphere would have been like there with the entire Indian contingent cheering for Manu Bhaker. Give us a sense of what you were feeling as you were inching towards that final finish.
Well, of course, Shivan, we will be joined by our sports editor, Digvijay Singh Deo, soon. He was fortunate enough to be in Chateauroux, where the event took place. He will give us a sense of, it must be an atmosphere of celebration there. But just here, as you said, in the newsroom, everyone is so excited, and that is because it is an Olympic medal. Anytime there is an Olympic medal, an Indian wins an Olympic medal, it's a great day for the country because ultimately we want to be a sporting superpower, and we're not there yet, but we're taking small strides towards being a proper sporting power. And of course, we have to celebrate these victories because India, there's an aim to host the 2036 Olympics, and we have announced an official bid. So India has to do well at these games and to win a considerable number of medals to make our bid strong for the 2036 Olympics. So this is not just about sport. This is just also about putting India on the global map when it comes to sport and making our bid stronger for the 2036 Olympics.
Manu Bhaker was, of course, just away. The game was so close all through to that final, and we were watching it together. Of course, we were just, adding up the points. It was like 0.1 difference for the longest period of time. Of course, the final results, of course, it was YJ who shot 243.4. Then a silver medal went to, again, South Korea, YJ Kim, who shot 241.3. And Manu Bhaker, who won bronze with a total of 221.7. Now, also, Vidur, as we, wait to get a better understanding of what's happening in Chateauroux at the moment, also, tell us about her. She's 22 at this moment. What lies ahead of her at this point?
Well, Shivan, the world is her oyster. She's 22. She is an Olympic medalist, and she is a prodigy. So Manu Bhaker, as we discussed before, was expected to medal. She was, in fact, one of the strong medal contenders at Tokyo 2020. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for her. But she spoke to us at WION a few days back, and she told us about the kind of changes she made in her preparation. She changed her coach. She went back to Jaspal Rana, who they sort of broke off for a bit, but then she came back, and there has been a change in her mentality. You know, that sport is all about how you manage your mental stress in the finals, because everyone has the skill. It was an 8-woman final. It's all how about you manage your stress levels and how focused you can remain. And she has been working on all of that. You know, at just a young age of 22, with the world watching you, it takes a lot to hold your nerve. And she was able to do that brilliantly. And of course, the reward is, as you can see, an Olympic medal for the country.
Dhruv, you know, there is so much to discuss with the way it was, you know, the entire event. And you could hear the crowd clapping. You could hear them, you know, taking a gasp of air. You can only imagine what those athletes would need to keep their nerves in check. Because even the slight bit of a movement anywhere else, and you're going to miss that shot. To maintain your composure in that kind of environment, when you know you're so close, the chances of error are so high, knowing that the entire nation is looking at you. What kind of nerves does one need to actually maintain one's composure and still go for the win?
Well, Shivan, obviously,
this is something only they can tell.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But that's a good point, because these athletes, what they do is actually they work on staying focused under such high pressure environments, and that is something that Manu Bhaker has really been working on over the past 3-4 years. You know, she has been labeled as a world beater for 4-5 years now. She's actually a Youth Olympic Games gold medal winner that she won in 2018, and then she went on to win medals at Asian Games as well. But this is the medal that she had been craving, an Olympic medal. This is the one that she had been working for the past 5-6 years, and her whole sort of aim and target for the last 4-5 years, not just for her, for every athlete, is to win an Olympic medal.
Yes, we'll discuss this a little further. I'd now like to just connect with Anu Raj Singh, who's the 2010 Commonwealth Games champion, who's joining us live right here on WION. Anu, you know, what kind of a win? Of course, we understand what kind of win it is, but, you know, how big is it for India? How big is it for Manu at this point?